Welcome to Skateawary Trick Tips. I'm Evan and I want to teach you one of my favorite tricks, a backside crooked grind. If you want to learn a new trick, you've got to be humble enough to take advice. You've got to be willing to try new things. And you've got to be willing to think very specifically about what you might be doing wrong. Yeah, it might be a little embarrassing to practice a trick stationary in front of everybody at the skate park, but it's one of the best ways you can learn. So start small. This trick is so fun, but a lot of times people have trouble keeping it locked in, or the board sticks right away, or they can't even get the lock in. Even if you've practiced the pose, the pinch, and the pop-out techniques, you still have to deal with the friction of the grind. And some of the best ways to overcome challenges with this can be as simple as going faster even if you're nervous, keeping a lower posture so you have better balance control, or just adding more wax. Crooked grinds are going to be way harder if you don't have these three basic variations: ollie, nollie to pop out of your grind, and if you're going to 180 out of the grind to fakie, you need a nollie kick turn 180. People who can do this trick well can replicate the same body positioning over and over. It's all muscle memory. Look at this pose. The rear foot is higher up because the knee is bent, and the pressure is on the front heel. The approach is huge. If you come on too straight to the ledge, it's way easier to roll out of position. Coming in at a slight angle throws your weight against the side of the ledge and pinches your truck where it needs to go. You see the difference? Coming in at an angle is so much more helpful, so don't go straight at the trick. Your board will most likely just bounce out of the position. Lock on that heel and you can decide if you're coming out fakie or forwards. You need what's called a pinch point right here, where the board is so crooked that there's a gap between the nose of your board and the ledge. That gives you leverage so you can exit whenever you want to on purpose. If you study how the pros crooked grind, they don't lock the middle of their truck on the edge of the rail or the ledge, because that just allows your board to roll right off the end. It's too hard to balance. It's super helpful to lock just the heel side wheel and put all that pressure in the arch of your foot in this specific spot. That pressure point is everything. If you lean on your toes, that's like putting the brakes down. So don't dig your toes in. Keep your toes up and sink your heel down. If you get too straight, it'll hurt you. If you get crooked enough, it actually helps pinch your truck exactly how you need for the nollie to exit off of the ledge. This pressure point is key. You want this gap between the board and the ledge. And the trick here that is a game changer is practicing this dip and nollie movement. This will take some practice, but you can do it. Definitely spend a lot of time practicing your exit while not moving. That will help you pop out right in the moment that you need to when you have all that speed later on. The best increments that I recommend are starting small with a short grind or even just a stall to get your balance right, and then growing that trick longer and longer by adding more speed. Just take your time. If you do the small grinds and work on the focused pinch point, eventually that pose will lead to longer and longer grinds as you add more speed, and it'll just feel natural to do really long crooked grinds. Foot placement is so specific on this one. You want your rear foot near the heel corner of the board and the front foot on the front bolts so that it doesn't have to slide very far to get to the sweet spot on the nose. As always, practice makes progress because nobody's perfect. So do about 1,000 tries and you'll work through your fair share of slip outs and sticks. But you'll eventually get it if you're humble enough and willing to take your time with the basics, like stalling in the grind and working on popping out. If you just try to muscle it, it'll take forever. So work on those specific balance techniques because they will really unlock the specifics of a crooked grind. Once you get super comfortable with this trick, you can try lots of variations like a crooked grind shove it, a crooked grind 180 to fakie, crooked grind grabs, nollie into your crooked grind, My personal favorite was Fabrizio Santos from Brazil, who does ollie south, one-footed crooked grind.